back guys for yet another beautiful session by me Pranav. So yes, hope you all are doing well and fine. So today we are back with a very new topic, that is the irreversible cell injury. So in my previous class I have taught you about the reversible cell injury of the chapter cell adaptation and cell injury and cell death of your pathology. So in my channel I am following each and every line word by word, diagram by diagram of Robbins. So if you learn from my channel, if you see my videos, then that is only enough for your professional university examination and also for your competitive entrance examination. So I bet you all that, and it is only required for you guys. And I also bet you that if you learn from my videos, then you don't have to read any other book. This is solely required for your preparations, guys. And I always say to you, if you have any sort of doubts, if you have any sort of suggestion, whether it is good or bad, please feel free to share in the comment sections below. And also, once you are watching this video, please do give a thumbs up and please do subscribe to my channel. And if you are new to this channel, please go and view the previous classes. And also, before learning irreversible cell injury, go back to the previous video and learn reversible cell injury, then come to this video, see this, take notes, and then it will be very easy for you guys to understand the topic very easily. So here I am going to discuss about the very new topic of irreversible cell injury, which is a very important topic for you guys for your second professional university examination and also for your competitive examination like NEET PG and INICET. So without wasting much time, I am going to start with this topic of irreversible cell injury. So going on to the details of irreversible cell injury, I have to give you what is the main cause of irreversible cell injury. What is the main cause of reversible cell injury, guys? It is what? It is ischemia. It is ischemia. Ischemia. This ischemia is causing what, children? It is causing hypoxia. What is ischemia? Ischemia is the decreased blood supply. What is hypoxia? It is decreased oxygen supply, right? So due to ischemia, when the arteries are occluded, what happens? There is ischemia. When there is ischemia, there is reduced oxygen supply, that is hypoxia. And that is the main cause of what? Reversible cell injury. And what is the main cause of irreversible cell injury, guys? The main cause of irreversible cell injury is severe membrane damage. Severe membrane damage. It is a very important point. Severe membrane damage is the most common cause of irreversible cell injury. It's a very important question. It's a very important question, guys. Severe membrane damage. Severe word is very important. Severe membrane damage. Now, it's a very important question for you guys. This is your cell. This is your normal cell. This is your normal cell. I told you in the reversible cell injury that the cell membrane will be intact. The cell membrane will be intact for reversible cell injury. But in case of irreversible cell injury, there is severe membrane damage occurs. So here, the damage occurs in different levels of cell membrane. So there is a damage in the different levels of cell membrane. When there is damage at the levels of cell membrane, at the different levels of cell membrane, what happens, guys? There is a leakage of substances. Leakage of intracellular substances will take place, right? So, I have to show you that. This is a question which was asked in previous entrance exam. So, this is a very important concept. There are ions are there. Calcium ions are present. Calcium concentration, Ca2 plus ion concentration is is more outside the cell. Is more outside the cell than inside the cell. So, the extracellular concentration of calcium is more as compared to inside of the cell. Clear? So, outside the cell, calcium ion is more. Inside the cell, calcium ion is less. So, when there is a severe membrane damage, that means when the same membrane is damaged at different levels, what happens? The extracellular calcium ion will move inside the cell through these defects. Through these defects, calcium ion starts moving in. Calcium ion starts moving in. Which causes an increase in calcium concentration inside the cell. Inside the cell. This is clear for you guys. This concept is clear. Again, I have to take you all back to a very important concept which you have studied in your biochemistry of first year and also the physiology of first year. What is that? What is the main function of calcium? What is the main function of calcium, guys? The main function of calcium is it is an enzyme. It is an enzyme activator. It is an enzyme activator. So the main function of calcium is enzyme activator. So what happens, guys? What is the main concept here? Due to severe membrane damage, due to severe membrane damage, what happens? There is a severe membrane damage causes rapid influx of Ca2 plus ions. Right? Sorry. And this calcium ions, Ca2 plus ions is a what? It's a enzyme activator. Right? So due to severe membrane damage, rapid influx of calcium ions. Calcium ions is a enzyme activator. Now, it happens. Now what? Three processes take place. 1, 2, and 3. Write down this much. Write down this much. Write down. Now, what is the first process that is going to take place? What is the first process that is going to take place? Calcium ions will be activating an enzyme called phospholipases. What is phospholipases? It is an enzyme that is going to, you all know, Singer and Nicholson proposed that our cell membrane is made up of what? Double or lipid bilayer. Lipid bilayer. It is phospholipid bilayer. Now, phospholipid bilayer. It is phospholipid bilayer. Now, this phospholipases will be dissolving. this phospholipid bilayer. So phospholipid bilayer is dissolved. When it is dissolved, what happens, guys? There will be severe defects, right? Severe defects in membrane. There will be many defects because of phospholipases dissolution. There will be what? Cell membrane. We already said there is cell membrane defect, but there will be more and more defects in cell membrane. And also there are organelles like mitochondria. There also defects takes place, right? Their membrane, mitochondrial membrane also defects takes place because of phospholipases. Understood, guys? So because of activation of phospholipases, more severe damage occurs in the cell membrane of the cell, and also the membranes of the organelles, especially the mitochondria. What happens? Calcium starts entering. More and more influx of calcium takes place. And this calcium again, from here it enters into mitochondria. And it deposits in mitochondria. It deposits in mitochondria like this. And these are called large amorphous densities. Large amorphous densities. What are large amorphous densities? Due to the activation of phospholipases, more and more influx of calcium takes place. When more and more influx of calcium takes place, what happens? Yes, it also creates. This phospholipase also breaks or make defects in the cell membrane of mitochondria, through which calcium enters and it deposits in the mitochondria as large amorphous densities. What is large amorphous densities? We have discussed. And large amorphous density is a hallmark. It is a hallmark of irreversible cell injury. It's a hallmark of irreversible cell injury. Guys, it is clear for you, right? The hallmark of irreversible cell injury. It was asked in one of the entrance examination, the same question. Hallmark of irreversible cell injury is what? Large amorphous densities. It was also asked in one of the exam. Small amorphous densities. A seen in which type of cell injury? It is seen in reversible cell injury. It is seen in reversible cell injury. Write down this much. Now we have what? I think up to this much, all of you are clear. I think this much you are all clear with, right? If you have any doubts, feel free to mention in the comment section. Okay, guys. Second is proteases. What is proteases? It dissolves proteins. It digests proteins. So what happens? It first damages cytoskeleton. It damages what? Cytoskeleton. Now what it is happening? Here we have one important question. You all know there is this protein, damaged protein, one important concept. Damaged proteins damaged proteins will give you a stains. Damaged protein stains pink. Damaged protein stains pink. That is called increased eosinophilia. Damaged proteins will stain pink. That is called increased eosinophilia. Damaged protein stains pink, and that is called increased eosinophilia. So when protein damage increases, the eosinophilic property of the cell increases. That is, the cell becomes more and more pinkish in color. The cell becomes more and more pinkish in color, which is a feature of irreversible cell injury. So second point, increased eosinophilia is a feature of irreversible cell injury. Increased pinkish appearance is a feature of irreversible cell injury. Large amorphous densities is a feature of, it's a hallmark of irreversible cell injury. Write down guys this much. Now we have who? Now we have who? Now we have nucleases. Now we have who? Nucleases. Third one. This nucleases, it will do what? It brings damage to DNA. Which DNA? Nuclear DNA. It brings damage to nuclear DNA. It brings damage to nuclear DNA. Pardon. So, damage to nuclear DNA. When there is damage to nuclear DNA, what happens, guys? Look, three processes. This was a previous year entrance question. Sequential order of nuclear changes. Sequential order of nuclear changes taking place in irreversible cell injury. Irreversible cell injury. What is the sequential order? What is the sequential order? That is pyknosis, karyohexis, and third, last but not the least, karyolysis. Pyknosis, karyohexis, and karyolysis. I used to remember this as CFD. What is CFD? What is CFD, guys? What is CFD? Condensation, fragmentation, and dissolution. Condensation, fragmentation, and dissolution. Pyknosis, karyohexis, and karyolysis. What? Condensation, fragmentation, and dissolution. Now I have to explain it. Right. So I told nucleases, it will cause damage to nuclear DNA. So what happens? This is your cell. Here, nuclear DNA condenses. When nuclear DNA condenses, what happens? DNA condense like this. Right? DNA condense like this. Very huge condensation of nuclear DNA takes place. Now what happens? There is nuclear, this is called pyknosis. Now this pyknotic nucleus undergo fragmentation, develops fragments, cause fragments. It produces fragments. Now this is called karyohexis. Now this will be lysed or karyolysis. Be dissolved. This will be dissolved. So here what you can see, nucleus will be staining what color, children? Nucleus is basophilic, right? Basophilic, blue colored, basophilic. Now when there is pyknosis, karyohexis and karyolysis, the nucleus will be dissolved. Therefore the blue color decreases. Therefore the basophilic property decreases. That is what? Decreased basophilia. So increased eosinophilia due to damaged proteins by the action of proteases, and decreased basophilia or decreased bluish appearance due to the action of nucleases is a feature of irreversible cell injury. It's a very, very important point. Please note down. Yes. So that's all about what? The irreversible cell injury mechanism. So class on irreversible cell injury mechanism. Now we will do again. What? When there is severe membrane damage. What are the processes? When there is severe membrane damage, what is taking place? There is increased influx of calcium into the cell. It activates enzymes. Which are enzymes? Phospholipases, proteases and nucleases. Phospholipases will cause what? Defect in cell membrane defect. Mitochondrial membrane defect cause large amorphous density, which is a hallmark of irreversible cell injury. Proteases, cytoskeleton damage causes increased eosinophilia. Nucleases, DNA damage, DNA damage. What it causes? 3 processes: pyknosis, karyohexis, karyolysis. Pyknosis, karyohexis, CFD, condensation, fragmentation, dissolution. This is what you will draw in your exam. So I am going to give you two cells. I'm going to give you 2 cells. Cells that I am going to give you. Cell number 1, cell number 2. which is having reversible and which is having irreversible cell injury. This is reversible cell injury. This is irreversible cell injury. Reversible cell injury. Why? Cell membrane is intact. Cell membrane is intact. Here, cell membrane has got defects. Cell membrane has got defects. Here cell membrane is intact. Here cell membrane has got defects. That is why it is reversible cell injury. It is irreversible cell injury. Take down this also. Now, important one question. What is the change? What is the change that is taking place in endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes in reversible cell injury and irreversible cell injury? Endoplasmic reticulum. I've discussed you in previous class that is due to hydropic change, endoplasmic reticulum swells up in reversible cell injuries, and due to the action of phospholipases and also due to proteases, we can see there is lysis of endoplasmic reticulum. Now, ribosome in reversible cell injury and irreversible cell injury, it is what? Detachment, or as in Robbins, it is dispersion of ribosome. It is dispersion of ribosome. Write down this also. It's very important. Now, one more important question we got in your previous year entrance examinations. What is the effect? What is the effect of reversible cell injury and irreversible cell injury on cytoskeleton? Reversible cell injury and irreversible cell injury in cytoskeleton. What is the effect? Reversible cell injury, we can see aggregation of cytoskeleton. There is aggregation of cytoskeleton. In irreversible cell injury, there is what? Disruption of cytoskeleton. Why? Disruption of cytoskeleton. Because of action of proteases. This increases eosinophilia. That is increased pinkish color. Write down this also, it's very important. So guys, with that, I come to the end of this beautiful session. So I think you all know by now what is the key concept of reversible cell injury and irreversible cell injury. In the previous class, I have discussed about reversible cell injury. In this class, I have discussed about the irreversible cell injury. And now, so if you have any doubts, please comment in your comment sections. I will be giving you your satisfactory answers. Okay, please feel free to ask any sort of doubts regarding the subject or regarding any matter, and also please watch this video, and once you start watching this video itself, please like this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel then, and please share this video to your friends, family, everyone. Not only to not only to medical students you should share this, you can share to other people also, to the common people also who are not MBBS students. Why? Because these are all we should know. These are all the mechanisms that is taking place in our human body. So everyone can understand, everyone should understand this, right? Not only the medical student of course they should understand, but for others also, they should also understand. So please feel free to share to your family members also, so that they also gain knowledge, and they also get the knowledge of what all things are happening inside our body. And we all know human body is like what? It is a mysterious it's one of the mysteries in this world, right? So we are here to unlock the mysteries of human body. So yes guys, so we have completed about half of the chapter, more than half of this chapter. Now we have very important topics of necrosis and apoptosis, and that we will complete in our coming videos. So please do share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any doubts, please comment in my comment section. Thank you so much for taking out your precious time and being with us and watching my video, and I hope you got something, you gained some knowledge from my video, and thank you so much once again. Bye guys, we will see you in the next beautiful rocking session.